Great.
Masturbate.
That rhymes.
Masturbate is great.
It's great to masturbate.
It's great to masturbate. It's fate to masturbate. You gotta rate that masturbate at a high level 8. Sometimes you want to get it at 10, but unfortunately you can't get your seaman to hit it at 10. But when it happens again, you gotta remember that moment. You own it. You own all those times where you're coming in your pants. You go for a dance. You get lost in this trance of masturbation, causing so much procrastination. It's a fascination. Time to make relations with this rock and roll station. It started not making sense.
That was good though. I loved it, man.
Shut that fucking cat up. Hello guys, I'm Ryan Wright.
I'm Gian Paolo.
We're gonna check out from the funny sketch channel, College Humor, why wine snobs are faking it. This is perfect for Gian Paolo because Gian Paolo has started a YouTube channel called the Super Wine Bros. You could guess what it's about based off the title.
Girls.
Alright ladies, would you like to see our wine list?
That sounds perfect.
Yes, let's talk about wine.
There are so many. How am I supposed to choose?
Have you ever noticed that when it's time to choose a wine, none of us feel like we know what we're doing?
This one's fancy, I think.
Since we can't taste the wines before we buy them, we're forced to pick just based on the label.
This one has a frog wearing a hat, so I bet that tastes like mossy?
This one's by Francis Ford Coppola. I like his movies, so I bet it tastes like, The Godfather? This one's just ketchup. Am I holding a bottle of ketchup?
And even when we do taste them, we doubt our own opinions.
This is, dry. This one's full-bodied.
Are you sure?
No, what is a wine body?
Yeah, this is clearly wet.
So we defer to the opinions of so-called wine experts.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance, ladies.
Oh, thank God.
Tell us what tastes good.
I've been pretending this whole time.
But the truth is, everyone is pretending. Because even though wine connoisseurs want us to believe that their ratings are objective,
That one's fit to drink. That is cheap swill. And that is a bottle of ketchup.
and they have supernatural powers of wine discernment,
In 1934. Tastes like it was a very cold summer that year. And, the vintner's wife was pregnant. Hold on. With a girl.
here's the big secret. Wine experts can't tell the difference either.
I beg to differ, sir. My palate is incredibly refined.
Well, Frederic Brochet of the University of Bordeaux would say otherwise. He conducted a series of tests on unsuspecting wine experts. But for the sake of TV, let's call them wine pranks.
Wine drinks!
In the first test, 54 wine connoisseurs were asked to compare a red and a white wine. Should be pretty easy.
The red is juicy and robust. The white, it's bright, with notes of vanilla and oak.
They're actually the same wine. Half of the bottles were just white wine dyed red, and none of the participants could tell.
I never! Wine drinks!
In another test, experts were asked to compare two different bottles. One, an expensive Grand Cru, and the other, a cheap table wine.
The Grand Cru complex. Very, very interesting. I shall be returning to the Grand Cru. Bandutal. It's light, it's flat, it's pretty much what you'd expect.
Oh, that's interesting, because once again, they're the same wine! Brochet just put the same wine in two different bottles, and none of the so-called wine experts even noticed.
Wine drinks! Wine drinks! Hey, you got wine drinks!
All right, you've convinced me. All wine is terrible and it tastes the same.
No, wine is wonderful, and of course wines taste different. It's just totally subjective, like all foods. We don't need sandwich experts because we know what we like. Peanut butter and sardines. What, they're both healthy fats, and it's what I like. If you don't like it, it doesn't matter because there's no objective truth to what tastes best. We think of wine as a high-class item, only accessible by high-class people, but it's just tasty fermented grapes. So, you know what? Forget the snobs, take risks, and drink what tastes good to you.
Wait, really? You mean I can drink whatever I want?
Yeah.
Freedom! Who wants to split a box of White Zen?
I miss this so much. I love it.
Hey, I'm Adam from...
Wow. Okay. John Paolo.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
First of all, that was an awesome depiction of reality. I mean, that is so true, and that was so well put together. So if this guy, Adam, the one that is on the screen right now, and the guy that put it together, he's awesome. That is so true. I mean, I've done wine parties before where, like, everyone looks at me like I'm this wine god, and only I can answer any questions they have. And if they try and, like, pick out a smell or a flavor, like, they're like, I smell strawberries, and I'm like, yes, and like, oh, great, you know, they're so happy. These wine snobs, if you will, which, I mean, you know, I'm a wine professional, by no means snob, they over dramatize everything, and I think that it needs to not be that way.
What's the key to being a great wine connoisseur then? What's the key to being the wine master?
Just, you know, drink wine. Drink wine, and when you drink it, don't just take it back. Take a second to analyze what's inside your glass. You know, you yourself, ask yourself, what do I taste in this wine? What am I smelling in this wine? What I like about it? That's how you become a connoisseur. You figure out what you like, and so you, like they said in the video, and then you start to drink more of it, and what you don't like, and why you don't like it. You have to just learn the words that help you figure all that stuff out.
It's subjective. That video actually taught me that.
It is
all. What I gotta say about college humor sketches, there's always a fact that I tend to get from it where I'm like, you know what, that's true. They're out there kind of making a point right now. Not all their sketches, but a lot of their sketches, I'm like, there's actually a good point to be made about the funny in there.
If you want to know how to, you know, go about wine, smell real shit. You know, if you're not going to smell cherries in the wine, if you don't know what actual cherries smell like. So, you know, if you want to learn more about wine, when you're at the supermarket walking down the vegetable aisle, start smelling shit. Smell the carrots, smell the raspberries, smell the limes, smell the lemons, and, you know, just build a repertoire of smells inside of you so that when you drink wine, you're like, shit, I smell cherries, you know?
You know what's funny is I have this incredible ability to smell genitals.
Oh.
Yeah, like from any distance, male or female. There's so many different women I know that they can just come up from behind me and I could smell their vagina.
Wow.
Same thing with penis and balls. I just know who it is. Like, okay, your penis and balls.
Yeah.
You showered earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Your pubes are in the right amount.
Okay.
Your right nut is bigger than your left.
Well, yeah. He's right.
Penis is average, smaller than average. It's smaller than average. Really small.
Oh, wow.
No, that's my penis. Your penis is just the right size.
Thanks, Ryan.
I'm a genital connoisseur.
That is lovely. Maybe later you can show me how you partake in your genital...
Oh yeah, it's really simple. You just make up shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just like the wine. Look at that.
Just like the wine.
So you're a genital connoisseur, and
truth is, all genitalia is subjective. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into the Chanel. If you're new to it, you can subscribe today and become a rejectaholic. Rejectaholic. Become an alcohol addicted to this channel. John Paolo has a channel. Channel trailer's up. More videos coming soon. Subscribe today so you can get more alcohol insight. Like I said before, to every one of my friends, if you're an alcoholic, if your dad's an alcoholic, your mom, any relative, if anyone who struggles with alcoholism, if you want to amplify your alcoholism, because alcoholism, like everyone says, is a funny topic. Being an alcoholic is so funny.
You're going to scare away so many potential viewers that I might have.
Personally, I think it's a serious issue. But everyone else thinks it's a really funny topic.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
This guy, it was his birthday on Halloween, and he wanted a shout out. Unfortunately, I didn't give him one. I didn't get it across that comment in time. But happy birthday to you, Basir.
They're not going to know who you're talking to.
He's going to know, or she's going to know, or it is going to know. Basir is actually a sex position.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah. That's where you poop in the toilet, you take the girl's head, You dunk her in the toilet, her head, and you kick her down there. She goes unconscious. You call the police. You're like, my girlfriend is unconscious. I kicked her head while it was down in the toilet eating my shit. Then the cops show up, ambulance shows up. You leave in time, but leave the door unlocked so they could come in there, pump the poop out of the girlfriend's, chest, wherever it's like stuck, and then you flee the scene and you never see the girl again.
Where was there any sex involved in any of that?
Oh no, it's like the sexual pleasure you get from it. It's like a kinky thing.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad that pleasures you. Don't do that on anybody ever, please.
What are you talking about? Why do you think Veronica and I aren't dating anymore? I'm kidding. We're still together, going strong, and the sex has never been better.